big congratulations to last week's winners, Comic Fam. We got Moss Comics to discuss. Gem Mint, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling good, Tom, but not as good as the owners of the books on this list.
That's right, Gem. We're talking about those single price records that didn't quite make our Hot 10, but you still got to hear where they ended up. Mind-blowing sales. And we're going to start you off at number 10, but hit the subscribe, slap the like, stay tuned to the end because we got a giveaway on deck. We're talking Marvel Premiere Issue 1 at number 10.
We got the rebirth of him. We have the brand new Adam Warlock costume with the unnamed gem, which would later be called the Soul Gem. And we're talking about a record-breaking sale. Now, this CGC 9.0 sold for just $1,300 back in April. It's up 60% with its all-new sale of $2,079.
Dealers are struggling trying to decide if they're going to move this particular book. Every sale that I see in the dealer circle is accompanied by this concern that they're selling too soon because these prices are moving so damn quick. At number 9, we're talking Hawkman 4. We're talking about the first appearance and origin of Zatanna. Keep an eye out for your DC keys because they are moving up quick, but not as quickly as the Marvel books. I think there's some potential.
This has always been a cool issue, a great Hawkman cover, the first appearance of a fan favorite cult following type character, and we're going to report on this CGC 6.0. Now, this sold for just $825 back in March. It's up 64%, now selling for $1,350.
We found out back in March of this year that WB was in active development of a Zatanna show, only propelling this book to new grounds by the week. At the list at number 8, very wanted ASM key, Amazing Spider-Man 51, the second appearance of Kingpin, the first cover appearance of Wilson Fisk.
And also the first appearance of Robbie Robertson, the voice of reason at the Daily Bugle, the yin to J. Jonah Jameson's yang. And we have a record-breaking sale here in a CGC 8.0. That book sold for $700 back in April of this year. It's up 83%, now selling for $1,280.
Comic Fam, hit that like and subscribe, but make sure you're following Gem over on GemMintCollectibles. What do you got going on over there, Gem?
Man, we got weekly comic book reviews, statue unboxings, top 10 hottest comics of the week. You got to come check it out.
At the list at number 7, we have Strange Tales 107, an iconic Jack Kirby cover. We have the Human Torch. We have the Submariner. We have Major Submariner spec that is just boosting up the prices of just classic covers, and that's what we have here today. A 3.0 that could have been secured back in 2018 for $123. That's up 91%, selling for $235 this week. And looking at number 6, we're seeing some more Fantastic Four love. We're talking The Silver Surfer, issue number 1.
And the first appearance of Shalabal.
Shalaba!
And the first time Silver Surfer says, "Where soars the Silver Surfer, there must he soar alone." We're talking about a CGC 2.5 for the origin of the Silver Surfer, for the origin of the Watchers, which sold for $250 back in March, up 110%. We're talking doubling up, baby, with an all-new record-breaking sale of $525.
I can't help but think that the Disney Plus What If series is only helping this key comic book. It's thick. It's a black cover. It's tough and high grade, just like this next one. At the list, at number 5, we have Marvel Spotlight, issue number 5.
That's right, we got Johnny blazing his way on this list with the CGC 2.5. This book sold for $518 back in February. It's up 119%. Tom, hit him with that new record breaker.
We have a new record at $1,136 after rumors started circulating concept art that allude to the introduction of our Ghost Rider, possibly in Doctor Strange 2. Can you imagine?
Allow me to take us into number 4. What is this, Tom? Another second appearance. We're talking Silver Age Spidey goodness, Amazing Spider-Man issue 7, the second appearance of Adrian Toomes, the Vulture.
People love the Vulture. It's one of the favorite Spidey villains of ASM collectors. The second appearance is a good bet if you can't afford the first one. A 1.5 going for $190 back in 2019, up 143%, hitting $462 this week. And since we're on the subject of the Vulture, why don't we take you to number 3 and talk about ASM number 2, his first full appearance.
Also, the first appearance of the Terrible Tinkerer and the third appearance of SpiderMan, a CGC 8.0 sold for $6,196 back in 2019, and it's up 143% for this red building landscape cover, now selling for $15,075.
Holy hell, comic fam. Is this because of the blue chip rise? Is it because we're talking single digit Spidey? Is it because we have one of the most famous villains from Spidey's Rogues Gallery? Or is it because of the Spider-Man movie likely to integrate multiple characters of the Sinister Six? You let me know what you think in the comment section below. It'll enter you to win a John Boy Myers sketch variant of TMNT109. And let's chat about number 2 on the list, Fantastic Four, issue number 19. The first appearance of Rama-Tut, the first appearance of Kang.
Yeah, and although Avengers 8 is critically accepted as the first appearance of Kang the Conqueror, this book does predate it by almost a year. It's actually in the pages of Avengers 8 that Kang the Conqueror is explained to have been Pharaoh Rama-Tut. We're here to report on a CGC 6.0, which sold for $500 back in 2019. It's up 180% with an all-new record-breaking sale of $1,400.
With so much speculation focused on Kang as the next major MCU villain, it only makes sense to focus on various versions or variants, if you would, of the character. Enough said is something that is uttered by Stan Lee for the first time in the special announcement pages of this very book. Comic fam, if you want to support what we do, hit the link in the description. Join the Mystery Mail Call, our comic subscription service where we send you comics every single month and you support the show. 1 per box. Every member is going to be getting a version of Trial of Magneto issue number 1, cover art done by Raph Grassetti. We have virgin variants for the first time ever being distributed at random. Best of luck, and let's talk about the number 1 honorable mentions of the week, the book that almost made our Hot 10.
Now, this was number 8 on our list last week, and we're talking Tales to Astonish issue 62.
We're talking a cameo appearance of the Leader, cameo appearance of Humanoid. We're talking about She-Hulk spec. We're talking about Hulk villain spec because of Shang-Chi, with the Abomination being an active villain. Although briefly in the Shang-Chi movie, it's propelled multiple Hulk villains, the Rogues Gallery, to uptick in price on our list. And the 7.0 last week shattered records, and it was just justified this week with not only an increase, but a sustained increase.
Yeah, if you guys remember last week, this book went from $300 to $710 for a 137% increase. Well, you got to bump that increase up a little bit more now, up 21% more with its all-new high sale of $860.
Comic fam, hit the like, slap the subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this list. Do you own any of these books? Do they make you want to spec on anything else? And as always,
geek responsibly and stay minty fresh.
Enough said. Comic fam, we got 2 other videos for you to check out. Make sure to catch up on the last Hot 10 with GemMint.
It's your boy GemMint.
Go subscribe to his channel, by the way. And we also have a podcast that we release, an hour plus of comic book themed content. Also available on SoundCloud, Spotify, Stitcher, and iTunes if you prefer. Have a great week.